welcome. My name is Penny Rosema, and you're listening to the Cookware Manufacturers Association podcast. One of our goals is to keep our members informed. I want to remind you, you can find lots of information about the association on our website at cookware.org. But in this podcast, our discussion is focused on the importance and impact of metallurgy on common business problems. We're talking about cost, quality, manufacturing issues. Michael Pfeifer is our guest, and he has spent the last 25 years helping companies design lower cost products, solve manufacturing quality problems, and perform failure analysis on products. Now you can find more information about Michael at imetllc.com. And we'll give you that information again at the end of this broadcast. But I want to start by welcoming you, Michael. How are you this morning?
Good. Thanks for having me, Penny.
Yeah, I really appreciate you taking time for this recording. And we'll start out with, some basic questions here. What kind of metallurgy training do you offer, and who is it geared to?
We offer two types of training. We offer on-demand courses. These are courses that people can sign up online and take them at their convenience. And we also offer webinars. And all the courses and webinars are geared towards teaching metallurgy. It's teaching practical aspects of metallurgy. And we offer both courses and webinars on a variety of different metallurgy topics. And they're all geared towards some of the common materials and problems that people encounter with the materials they use. And they're typically geared towards design and manufacturing and quality engineers, though also technicians and salespeople have also taken our courses.
So we're in the cookware, bakeware industry. And I have two questions from that. One is, are there any free courses, or are they all, at a cost?
There are a couple of free webinars that I offer. One that I offer every month is Principles of Metallurgy. And in that webinar, I teach some of the fundamental aspects of metallurgy that apply to all metals. And I give examples of how the concepts are then used to modify the strengths of metals. So it gives some people some insights into what's going on with metals, the physical aspects of metallurgy. And they are practical because these are the terms that I explain, and the effects on strength are commonly seen in and used with metals.
So we have the majority of our audience is our Cookware Manufacturers Association listeners. Help us understand why they should care about this. Why would someone need training? Don't they come into because they're already experienced and they know what they're doing? What would help about additional training?
Well, that's a great question. So if I'm talking about design engineers and manufacturing engineers and quality engineers, for a lot of them, when they went to college, maybe they had one course in material science or metallurgy. And for a lot of people, that course may have been several years ago or many years ago. And that course is often a cursory course. It covers a lot of different things. And especially now, where in the material science courses, they teach both metals, polymers, and ceramics. So there's really not much that can be covered in one semester. And also, there's really no context. So the reality is that most people really don't have a solid understanding of metallurgy, and what they do know is kind of rote, or they might just learn it as they go along. And some of the knowledge that they're getting or the information they're getting is not always accurate. So the benefit of the training is, first of all, the training covers practical aspects of metallurgy. And I think these are terminology and behaviors that people are talking about and seeing every day. And so they become more conversant with the vocabulary so that they can have better conversations with suppliers and with customers and even with labs when problems come up. And I think in the end, they're going to spend less time struggling with problems and decisions, because they're just going to be better equipped to have better conversations with experts. And at the same time, they're going to know when they may be involved with something where they may need some extra help.
So I heard you talk about quality and engineers and those sorts of things. Something that came to mind would be, what about the procurement side? What about the metal buyers? Is it too far? Are these trainings like too deep dive, or is it worth their time to
I think if people who are involved with evaluating suppliers should have a basic understanding of metallurgy in order to have 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 decent conversations with the suppliers and being able to understand what the suppliers are doing and be able to ask questions that help understand the supplier's technical capabilities and whether they really do have the capability to supply a metal or component over and over again that meets the requirements of the company that's purchasing the material. And I think a lot of people don't understand the questions to ask or how to engage a supplier in order to ensure that the supplier evaluation and selection process really goes as desired, so that you don't end up with a supplier that causes more work than you really intended on having. And this is especially a problem where people are looking for, quote unquote, low cost suppliers. And there may be reasons why they are low cost suppliers that have nothing to do with their general cost, but it may have to do with the fact that they really don't understand the science of what they're doing, and don't have the ability to consistently produce material or components over and over again that meet requirements.
Yeah, so I see the procurement side being a value on this too. Now, the training that's offered is on your website, and I'm curious, are there options other than the website? So let's say a company would be interested in a deeper dive. Maybe they're changing suppliers, or the big challenges that we have right now with the U.S.-China trade wars, and people are trying to find new suppliers and relocate from different places, or actually bring maybe some of it back here, but maybe they don't want to ask questions on a webinar for confidentiality reasons. Is there an option for them other than the website?
Sure. We also offer on-site training, or develop custom training, via the internet, that would be geared specifically to that company, so that they can feel more comfortable asking questions. And also with that setup, whether it's on-site or custom training via the internet, with let's say, like having live webinar question and answer sessions, it's possible to engage the people more in discussions that will then enable them to understand how to apply the material to their particular the concepts to the metals that they're using and the components that they're using.
And I want a reminder, this is a public podcast, so we'll have lots of listeners, and you're listening to the Cookware Manufacturing Association podcast, and our information is at cookware.org. So if you are a cookware or bakeware supplier and would like more information, you can obviously reach out there. And another reason would be Michael does offer us a discount, and you would have to become a member. You would also have to reach out to Michael and confirm whether you're taking custom training or the online training, what applies. I do want to remind members that make sure you follow up with the discount information from Michael when you call in or you apply for a registration on the webinars. Michael, any other, hot topics, anything we haven't covered that you think is a valuable tip for our members?
In men, I think for what the members of the Cookware Association are, for the issues that they're facing, I think they're using some of the common materials, steels and aluminums, and maybe some coatings. And I think that if people better understand or better appreciate the impact of metallurgy on their products, that they can take advantage of that to find ways to reduce the cost to make their products, to improve the quality and reduce the number of struggles that they're facing, and ultimately be able to make whatever they're making faster and better, so that it helps keep their costs down and helps improve their profits. So I believe that a good understanding of metallurgy is a business problem. It is not just an engineering problem. And if business leaders understand that, they maybe have a better appreciation then of why their engineers should understand metallurgy.
Yeah, good support for the educational side of continuing education for everybody, from their procurement side all the way through to the engineers and the quality. Well, thank you, Michael. I sincerely appreciate you taking time on this call today. And if members would like more information from you, do you mind sharing your contact information, or should I just post it on the web here?
Sure. So they can call me at 847-528-3467, or they can email me at mike@imetllc.com. And either is fine, or just go to your website and you get my contact information from there.
Yes, right. We have under the member resources, we have a direct link to information about the courses and a way to get a hold of Michael. And you're in the Chicago area, Michael?
That's right, yes.
So I want to remind members, we have our meetings every fall in Chicago. And if you wanted to coordinate something with a trip to speak with Michael or meet with him somewhere face to face, that would be an option. So remind everybody our conference is in September, and you can get that information online right now and can register for it. And then also to remind everyone listening that our association provides valuable resources to our members, like these podcasts. But in addition to that, which kind of intertwines with this understanding of metallurgy, we do maintain and update the engineering standards for the production of cookware and bakeware. We also provide statistical reporting. We provide information for retailers like cookware training guides. And of course, when you attend any of our meetings, you're networking with the best in the cookware bakeware industry. So make sure you reach out to us if this is your category of production or buy, and we'd love to share more information. And also, we'd love to have your feedback. If you enjoyed this interview, please let us know. And if you have topics for other interviews in the future, we'd appreciate reaching out there. And Michael, I can't thank you enough for sharing some time with us and helping our members become better educated.
Thanks for having me, Penny.
All right. Well, that's the end of this. You can find this podcast on cookware.org or on our website, iTunes, Stitchers, or Google Play. And that makes a wrap for this episode. Thank you for listening.